Hey everyone, what is going on? So we have more Jungle Cup battles. What else is new, right? We've been doing it for a couple weeks now, and we're going to continue to do it throughout the month of July. By the way, the next cup should be announced in a couple weeks, guys, so it's crazy to think about. We're almost already at the announcement. By the way, my tournament for my Jungle Cup is going to be the 20th. I believe that's what they said, so nothing was set up yet, so we can't sign up for anything, but I believe that's what the organizer was saying. So it's looking like it's going to be the 20th for me, so we'll probably get the new cup announcement prior to that. But yeah, really exciting. I only do one tournament a month. Some of you had recommended, well, I've seen people who say they do like 4 or 5, even 6 tournaments a month for that specific cup, and that's awesome. That's really exciting. But yeah, for me, I only do one cup a month. Maybe my ranking would be higher if I did multiples. Is that how it works? I'm not really too sure, guys. But if I were to do like, I don't know, 4 tournaments a month, I won't be able to. But if I was able to, my ranking, I guess, would increase, wouldn't it? As long as I do well in those tournaments. I don't know. I'm not really too sure, but you know, maybe I could push out 2 tournaments a month occasionally. I don't know. But if I do, I'll definitely bring those videos to you each tournament. And yeah, should be a lot of fun. But yeah, we're going up against Jokes as usual in this video. You know, we go up against him quite a bit, and he really smacked us around a little bit in this video. You know, we do go ahead and win the first game, so that's good for us. But he does come back with a vengeance, you know, if you will. It seems like he's the only one that stops me from winning the tournaments every month. You know, he's a really strong opponent. He's a really solid player. So he did beat me in the finals of the Rainbow Cup. So I'm hoping to come back and beat him maybe in the Jungle Cup. So I'll definitely be aiming for it. You know, we'll see what happens for the Jungle Cup. But I'm really excited for this cup and whatnot. And we will see. But yeah, so we did go ahead and win the first game, and we're going against the. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, guys, I just had to sneeze, you know. But anyway, we did go ahead and win that first game. So this time we have a Vigoroth against a Vigoroth. And just trying to feint him down with counter. I do decide to go ahead and go for that body slam because I didn't think I'd be able to. I thought he would get to a body slam before I got to one more counter, but maybe I'm wrong about that. But either way, he does bring in that Vespiquen, so we're going to go ahead and just fire a body slam at it, knowing that it wouldn't do a whole lot of damage to it. But he does go ahead and just feint us out. So we're going to go ahead and wait for the timer to go down a little bit, the switch clock, and then we'll bring in Noctowl right now. He's going to go ahead and fire off a move. I do decide to block this. Luckily for me, it was Power Gem, so we did call that correctly. And then we switch into a Alolan Raichu right now, and getting off that Thunder Punch, hoping to do as much damage as possible, but he does block it, which at least we did take his shield, right? So we're going to go ahead and block that Sky Attack, so we get to another Sky Attack. Actually, he gets to a Sky Attack before we get to our Sky Attack. But that's okay because we charged up a bunch of extra energy, so I believe we could fire 2 back-to-back, or we fire 1, and then, yeah, we get to another one. And we fire that one, and that's going to be enough to knock out Noctowl. So, very close game. He does bring in his Vespiquen, but unfortunately, he gets to another charge move, X-Scissor, which doesn't knock us out, but then he's able to knock us out. So, very, very, very close game, guys. We almost got to that other Sky Attack, but Vespiquen knocking out Noctowl. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? You know, I mean, you know, Power Gem obviously would have, but yeah, for right now, though, we do have Lanturn against his Heracross, and this Lanturn, as I said, does have Charge Beam. I did go ahead and swap out Water Gun. Yeah, I feel like I like Water Gun more for this format. I know I use Charge Beam in the Rainbow Cup and all my practice matches, but I feel like Water Gun is better for this cup. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, Charge Beam obviously gets to the moves faster, but Water Gun just does a lot of damage. So I am liking Water Gun for this cup. I mean, it's neutral to everything or super effective against other things, except for, like, obviously opposing Lanturn. Like, if you go up against a Noctowl, I guess Charge Beam would probably be the better way to go because you'd get to those Thunderbolts faster. And the same thing if you go up against opposing Lanturn, because then you'd be able to get to and fire off those Thunderbolts more often. So it definitely can help in certain situations. So if you say you like Charge Beam more than Water Gun, I'm not going to fault you for that. I totally get it, you know. But I think I'm leaning towards Water Gun for this cup. But let me know what you guys think as well. But he does fire off Body Slam, and we're just trying to feint him down with the fast move as it does happen. So we do go ahead and knock him out. So I'll definitely take that. And unfortunately, he does bring in that Alolan Golem. We fire off a Psychic. It's going to do a lot of damage, but I knew it wouldn't be enough, and then he's able to easily knock us out. So Alolan Golem really packing a punch, able to easily finish us off. That's another reason I also like Water Gun, because that's going to do a lot to Alolan Golem, whereas Charge Beam won't. So, or Graveler as well, you know. But either way, he does begin with Heracross. I'm going to pill the switch into Noctowl. Unfortunately, he pills the switch into Alolan Golem. So we do fire off this Sky Attack, hoping to bluff the Psychic, and I'm hoping he blocked that. But he decided not to block it. He probably figured he wouldn't block it even if it was Psychic. And I probably wouldn't have either, so maybe I should have just fired off that Psychic. But that's okay. We still got him decently low, I guess. We have Venusaur ready to go. I do decide to bring in my Vigoroth and block that and trying to finish him off with counters. But unfortunately, he does get to another charge move, which will be that Rock Blast. So we do go ahead and forfeit the last shield. So really not looking too great for us at the moment. He does bring in that Heracross, and I'm going to go ahead and fire off a Body Slam, and then I'm going to pull the switch, and he actually pulls the switch immediately as well. So yeah, not really looking too great because he can fire off that Body Slam. It's going to do a lot of damage. He's up a shield. Yeah, we're not going to win this one, guys. We fire off a Frenzy Plant. You know, yeah, we're not going to win that one. He gets off a Body Slam. He knocks us out. And then we bring in our own Vigoroth, and we fire off a Body Slam against him. And that's not going to knock him out, and then he faints us down with counters. So he does go ahead and pick up that one. So another fine game. So we're going to go ahead and jump into yet another one, of course. Beginning with Noctowl. So he actually calls the lead correctly. He leads with Golem, so definitely a good lead on his end. We switch into Heracross, he switches into Noctowl. We get off this close combat, he decides not to block, and that was definitely good for us because we're actually able to knock out Noctowl with Heracross. Something I thought I would never say, guys. You know, that close combat really doing a lot of damage because it's neutral. So you can come back from bad situations. I'm not saying it was wrong of him not to block, but you know, I guess maybe he thought I was trying to bluff with Mega Horn or something. But I don't know. I just decided close combat was the way to go, and it paid off for us. But we go ahead and block that Body Slam and just trying to feint him down with counters. So that's exactly what happens. And then we go for the Bulldoze, and he does not block this, so it knocks him out. And he was saying he didn't think I had enough energy for Bulldoze. That's why he didn't block. So I probably wouldn't have blocked in that situation either, because I probably would have expected a Body Slam. But we do go ahead and pick up that win. So, you know, we do win that one, so that's good for us. But we're jumping into another match, of course. Again, Charge Beam. I believe I do have a couple videos where I do switch back to Water Gun towards the end of the video. But still have that Charge Beam. Getting off a Thunderbolt right now. And he actually fires off a Bulldoze. I do not block this because I knew he had enough energy for it because I was counting. But I was like, well, he's probably going to try and bluff with that Body Slam. So I didn't block that. So you could say that's a mistake on my end. I don't know. But yeah, definitely should have blocked there. But if it was a Body Slam, you know, he would have taken a shield from us. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. But either way, we do go ahead and use a Body Slam against his Venusaur. So taking about a good amount of damage from him. And we're going to block this Frenzy Plant. Otherwise, Vigoroth would be completely knocked out. So we go ahead and use Body Slam against his Venusaur. And he's going to block that. So we do switch into Noctowl. Now, I don't have a shield. I wouldn't have blocked that anyway because I didn't think that was going to be Sludge Bomb. I thought that was going to be a Frenzy Plant, but it actually is Sludge Bomb, so that's nice. But we still are able to take it. You know, we still take it. And he brings in his Alolan Golem, so we're going to go ahead and get off a last-ditch Psychic. And yeah, before we go down, and then we bring in Vigoroth, and he gets off his Rock Blast against me, and I thought that would have knocked me out, but it actually didn't come close. He actually pulls the switch, and we get off a Body Slam against Vigoroth, and then we're able to knock out Golem with one counter. So we actually win that. If he didn't switch out that Golem, he might have won that one. I'm not too sure because I think I would have used that Body Slam against Golem. I'm not too sure. So I think he might have won that one had he not switched out. But that's okay. That's okay. He was trying to like I guess win or whatever. So either way, we do go ahead and pick up that win. But for this one, it's Beedrill versus Beedrill. So we do get off that X Scissor. I'm gonna go ahead and I decide not to switch, and he gets off an Aerial Ace, which is unfortunate for us. I knew he had Aerial Ace on his, but I still decided not to block. Getting off an X-Scissor, he's not going to block this one, and I'm just going to let Beedrill go down at this point. Bringing in Lanturn, so, you know, this is where Charge Beam could come in handy because you get to that Thunderbolt a lot faster. He's going to fire off Psychic, which I guess does a decent amount of damage, but we're still able to take it. I do charge up a little bit of extra energy, and we fire off a Thunderbolt, which is going to knock out Noctowl. He chooses not to block that, plus we almost have enough for another Thunderbolt. So again, situations like this is where Charge Beam definitely comes in handy, especially, as I mentioned before, when you're going up against opposing Lanturn. So it's not that Charge Beam is bad. I'm not saying it's bad at all, but I'm still leaning towards Water Gun. But yeah. Anyway, we both pull the switch at the same time, and he switches into Beedrill, I switch into Vigoroth, and he's going to get the next Scissor off against me, but we could take that. And he actually gets off another one against me, or an Aerial Ace. It's actually an X-Scissor, but we do go ahead and block that. Getting off a Body Slam, charging up enough for almost a second Body Slam. We do knock this Beedrill out, and now we have another Body Slam. So he's going to absolutely have to block this one, unless he wants to feint. So he does go ahead and block. And we're going to go ahead and block this one because he has Water Gun. I know, obviously, that I can get to another Body Slam because of how fast Body Slam charges. So we knock him out, so we do go ahead and take that one. So, yeah, Charge Beam's definitely situations where it can help and where it can definitely shine. So I'm not saying it's a bad move. If you opt to go with Charge Beam, I'm not going to fault you for it. I think it's a good move. But yeah, I'm probably going to go with Water Gun. But again, we have more practice to do. We're going to be practicing more with Water Gun and whatnot. But for this one, he has Vespiquen against my Vigoroth. I do charge up enough for 2 Body Slams, or at least almost 2 Body Slams. You know, now we have a second one ready to go. I do take that Bug Buzz, and it actually did more than I thought. I didn't expect it to do that much, but I guess so. Why not? But he knocks us out, so we're gonna bring in Noctowl against his Vespiquen, and just trying to feint him down. I'm gonna go ahead and take this, hoping that it wasn't a power gem, as it wasn't. So we can take that. So that's definitely a good call on our end. So we wait to see what he brings in. Unfortunately, it's gonna be that Golem. So. Trying to get off as much damage as possible. He does opt to block. We switch into Lanturn. Now, unfortunately, we don't have Water Gun, so that's where situations, you know, if you're going up against an Alolan Graveler or Golem, obviously, excuse me, obviously, you're going to want Water Gun. But, yeah, he gets off Body Slam against us, and, he gets off another Body Slam. We're going to be able to take that. I knew it wasn't Bulldoze, so we take that Body Slam, getting off a Thunderbolt to boot, and knocking him out, so I'll definitely take that, and he'll bring in his Golem. Again, would have liked to have Water Gun in that situation, so we could have done more damage, but that's okay. Now we have Noctowl, and I knew it was over at this point. There was nothing I could do. Even if I got to a Psychic, which I wouldn't have been able to, we still would have taken that loss. So he does go ahead and pick up that one. So nice game, nice game. So jumping into another battle, and I do begin with Noctowl. He begins with Vespiquen, so definitely a good lead on my end. He switches into Vigoroth. I'm going to switch into my own Vigoroth, and of course he's able to get the Body Slam first, but I guess he doesn't use it right away, so we're going to fire off ours. So now he has Body Slam, and I'm going to go ahead and choose to block this Body Slam. And he actually has another Body Slam ready to go, so we'll take that one. And I knew I'd be able to get to another Body Slam, so it's either going to knock his Vigoroth out or he's going to block it. So he does choose to block it to stay alive. So he's out of shields, so that's definitely good for us. So, yeah, I think for a little bit, and I decided to bring in Noctowl. So we could definitely take this Body Slam, which we're going to be able to do. And just trying to feint him down. And I was counting the counters, and I think he was probably at another Body Slam, but we feinted him down just in time. So he brings in Alolan Golem, so I'm going to have to pull the switch ASAP. He actually pulls the switch. That was probably an impulse switch. He had no idea I was going into Golem. He probably just thought it would be a counter to Golem or something, whereas it really wasn't. And we're able to knock out Vespiquen thanks to Alolan Golem. So getting off that Wild Charge, and that's not going to do a lot. I probably should have went for a Rock Blast. In fact, I know I should have, but that's okay. We bring in Noctowl, and we're going to go ahead and block this Rock Blast, and we actually do get off a Psychic, hoping to do some sort of damage to him, and we do knock him out. So, very close game, guys, very close game. I can't believe Noctowl knocked out Alolan Golem, but, you know, very close, so really nice game, really nice one. So we have even more battles. We're going to jump into another one with Raikou this time. He does begin with Vespiquen. Now we're just trying out Raikou, you know, just to see how it works. We actually get to that wild charge super fast, so we're going to go ahead and use it, and then he's going to go ahead and fire off a move. I choose not to block this because I was curious at how much X Scissor would do, and you know, it did a decent amount, I guess. He gets off Body Slam. I'm going to let Raikou go down at this point, and then we're going to bring in our own Vigoroth just to try to do as much damage as possible. He gets off a Body Slam. I'm going to let that Body Slam go through. I debated blocking it. I don't know. Maybe I should have, guys. I don't really know. But we go ahead and get off a Body Slam, which actually won't knock him out, but one more counter will. So we're so close to another Body Slam, hoping to get it off as we do. So we do pull off that other Body Slam. So extra damage, I'll definitely take it before we go down. And then we bring in Noctowl, so Noctowl definitely has the advantage against Vespiquen, so we do go ahead and fire off that Sky Attack. And he's going to be met with a shield. You know, Noctowl is definitely going to be blocked in that situation. We block that X Scissor, and then he brings in his own Noctowl. He switches out, actually. I think I thought I knocked out Vespiquen, but no, he switches out. And we fire off a Sky Attack, and we're going to go ahead and block this Sky Attack because we don't want to take damage. So, but we get off a Sky Attack. Excuse me, guys. But yeah, we knock out Noctowl, and that's good for us. And then he brings in his Vespiquen, and I'm like, don't be Power Gem, don't be Power Gem. It was X Scissors. So once I saw his X Scissors, I knew he wouldn't be able to knock us out. So we do go ahead and get off a Sky Attack and knock out that Vespiquen, and we do go ahead and take that win. So yet another nice game, but we're still going on. We still have more battles, guys. So we're going to jump into another one, of course, and I think at this point I had a Lanturn with Water Gun again. So I believe so, yeah, Water Gun. So we do have Water Gun in this situation, so I'm counting the counters to see if he can get to his, you know, bulldoze in time and whatnot, and I believe he does have enough energy for it, but I decided not to block just because I was expecting another bluff, and no, he hits us with a bulldoze, so another good call on his end. I don't know, maybe I should have blocked, because even if I blocked, he would have gotten off another Body Slam, but at least we would have still been alive, I guess. I don't know. But either way, he does get off a Body Slam against our Vigoroth, and then we're just going to try and fake him down with counters, and unfortunately not able to happen, so he is going to take a shield from us, but that is okay, because one more counter will knock him out, and we have energy for Body Slam and almost enough for a Bulldoze, so looking pretty good, I think, you know, at this point, at least decent, you know. So we do fire off a Body Slam against his Noctowl, actually back-to-back Body Slam, so I will definitely take that. Doing a good amount of damage, actually almost knocking it out. I do decide to block this Sky Attack because I feel like I could get to another Body Slam. I can actually, but he brings in his Golem. You know, so unfortunately for us, he does have Golem. So yeah, at this point, I'm like, yeah, Golem's definitely going to wreck us. So he does go ahead and fire off that Wild Charge and easily knock us out. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for watching my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, click on one of the links to check out another one of my videos that you'll probably enjoy.